Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of the 3D printed GHK conversion kit replacement parts series, where we are attempting to print almost all of the parts that are in the GHK GBB conversion kit that could easily break or have broken in my kit. So today we are going to be looking at this assembly right here. This is the metal assembly. It's like nozzle. I'm not sure what the official name for this is, but it's almost like a nozzle assembly. So anyway, as you can clearly see, mine broke. And in fact, to be honest, I think that the nylon part is actually going to be a lot better than the metal part, and it'll probably last significantly longer too. And here's why. I'm pretty sure that this is zinc or some sort of other low melting point, mixture of or alloy or something along those lines. Well, those are very brittle materials. They don't handle force being, smacked in constant impact nearly as well as polymers like nylon do. So I do think that the nylon part will probably last significantly longer, because if you take and you look at you have the bolt here, it slams into this part. It goes, every time you fire, it slams back down, you fire, it comes back, and then slams right back into it. So that's a lot of impact force getting put onto this part. And I do think that this zinc casting is what I'm going to assume that it is, or some other similar an alloy, is probably just too brittle, and it's just really not a good material for this. However, here we have nylon. Now, I did already confirm this does work. Sorry, a bit of a spoiler, but it does work, and it fits in just like the old part. And like I mentioned, it does work. So I can more easily demonstrate this to you. So when the gun fires, gas it shoots the BB, then gas blows this back. After the pressure goes down, the spring pushes it forward, and it slams right into this plastic bit. And if you're on automatic, the rate of fire of the kit, as you know, is very, very fast. So this is just constantly slamming into this part. So I really do think that nylon will probably last a lot longer. So I have a couple of these printed. So I originally tried to print it on its side like this, and as you can see, as I mentioned in the last video, I've been having a horrible time with warping. So if you have any good ideas about printing nylon without it warping like this, I mean, this was printed flat on the bed like this, and look how much that warped. It just totally lifted up, and I stopped the print because there was just no point in continuing. This is just totally unusable. So then I decided I'm just going to print it standing up. So that's what I did here, and this print actually came out really well. The problem is that I didn't make the O-ring grooves deep enough. So the O-ring wouldn't fit, so I decided, alright, whatever. Also, this center bore, I was going to drill it out, so I made it undersized, and then I decided, alright, well, I might as well make it closer to the size so I don't have to take out as much material. So then we finally got to here. I made the O-ring grooves much deeper. As you can see, this one's quite a lot larger, so there's plenty of space for the O-ring, and of course it works. I still drilled it out a little bit, as I made it slightly undersized, and that is because the surface inside here needs to be very smooth. So if you download this part, just know I used a 1/2-inch drill bit, just put it in there, and just kind of move it around a little bit so that you just kind of varnish the inside surface and smooth it out. I mean, I guess you could do that with sandpaper as well, but whichever, pick your poison. And of course, this part drops right in, so I'll show you. Here's the original piece, and it fits right in there just like the original. So that's good, and like I said, I've already confirmed that this part does work, and it actually works quite well. I did leave out the O-ring. Originally, there is an O-ring that goes in here, but I made the tolerances so close that it doesn't appear that I even need that O-ring. So I am going to leave it like this for now, and if I determine that there's actually a need for the O-ring, then I will print another one of these and have this just ever so slightly bigger so the O-ring will fit. But other than that, I mean, I'm very happy about this because, like I said, my original piece just completely broke, and the fact that this is like, fairly cheap to print. I don't know how much. I'm probably, if I start selling any parts, I'm going to start selling these first, and then probably move on to these larger bits because I'm not having any issues with these warping. So I'm printing them standing up like this, so there's really not that much room for anything to warp. But anyway, at some point I will show a shooting of this. It does work as I have the parts now, but I am going to work more on these and try to fix the warping that I mentioned in the last video, and then we'll do a shooting test pretty soon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a very nice day.